What is going on YouTube? Dr. Iron Bat Prime 2.0 back again with this new video. And as you hit this new video, this is basically my thoughts and review on the movie Morbius, because at the point in time of videoing this, I literally just got back from seeing it and I'm ready to give my full-on thoughts and review on it and just talk about the movie and just give my overall spoiler-free review on it. And well, just to go ahead and throw it out there. What do I think about the movie Morbius? In my full-on opinion, I really like the movie. I did enjoy it. I wouldn't say love it, and I don't want to say like not the worst Marvel movie ever made, and not the best Marvel movie ever made. Not really a award-winning movie, but it's something to like and enjoy. And well, I can understand if some people are 50-50 on it, or if it's at like a very low percentage on Rotten Tomatoes, but that's just what I've been hearing so far about this movie. But in my opinion, I just really like it. In a way, that's pretty much my way of talking about it. And I'll admit, I know this movie's been getting some like on and off reviews of like it's good or bad or 50-50. I'll admit, I like it. I just wouldn't say love it. And I can understand if some people aren't, well, a big fan of it. But I guess that's just because, well, this is a very different take on a Marvel movie. Kind of, in a way, I was kind of like this movie. I was getting like some similar vibes as like Venom and or New Mutants, and I say that because it's like it's supernatural. It's kind of sort of like a horror movie ish, but they literally threw in some like supernatural stuff and just stuff that equals, well, comic books that combined with a horror movie. That's just my best way of saying it, but. On to talk about other things about the movie itself. Now to talk about the main character, Jared Leto, who played Michael Morbius, aka the Living Vampire. I thought Jared Leto did a fantastic job at playing the character. I don't know if I'd say he was born to play the character, kind of like how a lot of other actors are born to play, well, similar characters here and there in movies here and there. But I think Jared Leto did a good job at playing Michael Morbius. And I'll admit, I mean, the character is all around good, and I mean, if you're familiar with comic books, I mean, then you should know who Morbius is. Now, I haven't read a whole lot of Morbius comics, but he's basically a character that is a living vampire who's first started off as a Spider-Man villain, but over time he would become an anti-hero, kind of sort of like Venom, but this is just, well, let their own version and the movie's own take to just fit in. There's probably another way of explaining it on how, well, Morbius got his powers and abilities and everything. I mean, they kind of changed up his origin in the movie from the comics, but hey, if y'all want to learn like a full-on like comic book history on Morbius, I will leave a link down below so you guys can check out the history and origin of Morbius from from the comics. I mean, they definitely changed it up from like the movie. Yeah, but in a way, I kind of sort of see the direction that they're going of making small changes. But hey, lots of superhero movies end up doing that kind of thing. And now I just want to talk about the other cast and crew of, well, the whole movie itself, starting with these actors and characters. So there was Dr. Bancroft, who was played by Andrea Ajana. I honestly keep forgetting how to say her last name, but she was pretty much the love interest to Michael Morbius, and I liked the relationship that they had, and I'll admit she was a very supporting character, so yeah, in a way, she was pretty much the love interest, and I really like her character, so yeah, there's one of the characters to like, but there was also Jared Harrison's character, Jared Harris, who played who was basically a father figure to Michael Morbius. He wasn't really I don't know if he was his actual father, but in a way he was a father figure, and even though he was like a come-and-go character, he definitely had a bit of a role to play. And again, he was just a come-and-go character in the movie, but hey, a lot of these characters here and there had some roles. But there was also there was Al Madriga and Tyra's Tyrus Gibson. I keep forgetting how you say his name, but there were these other two cops that had a bit of a small role here and there that were come and go characters. But yeah, I mean that's kind of sort of a thing. There's a bunch of come and go characters, but they had roles and they had some parts to play. But I'll admit, I have to talk about the villain and one of the other main characters, Loxias Crown, who was played by Matt Smith. And I gotta say, he was a cool and scary character. Like, I'll admit, he was played by Matt Smith, and I love Matt Smith. I mean, he's a great actor, and he does a fantastic job at playing the character. I'll admit, he was a little weird, but hey, Matt Smith did a great job at playing him, and made me just like him a little more. But yeah, I mean, I thought he was a cool villain to have, and there's a lot more to him in the comics. I mean, I haven't read a lot of comics on him, but yeah, he was basically the main villain of the movie, and I just overall like the take. Other things I want to talk about in this movie, visual effects and CGI, those were good, those were insane. I mean, they did a spot-on job with that. The theme and soundtrack was good as well. I mean, there's not much on the soundtrack, but I'll admit the theme worked very well because it's pretty much like, because this movie is basically superheroes and horror movies. And I'll admit, there were some fight scenes that were just, in a way, insane and cool and scary all at the same time. And I'll admit, the fight scenes were just all around crazy and cool and had to be one of my favorite parts of the movie. And last thing I'll say, post-credits. There are post-credits, and the post-credits are my favorite part. And I'll admit, I know I've said that in like a couple of my reviews here and there from like this past couple months of like post-credits being my favorite part of the movies, and so, but hey, this is a post-credits that, well, had my mind just blown away, and I'm just, well, in a way, I'm just looking forward to seeing what's next. But just to refresh your memory, again, I just really like the movie. I wouldn't say love it, and I don't want to hate it, but it's just an overall movie to watch, enjoy, and, well, just something that could fit in and could kind of sort of lead to a trilogy here and there. So, I mean, there's a lot more I could talk about with this movie, but again, just to sum in my whole, well, overall, my thoughts and review, again, like, I like the movie, I just wouldn't say love it. I'm not sure if it would be a box office. I'm not sure if this is going to be a movie that people are going to non-stop talk about. But I would honestly give this movie a 7 out of 10. Like, in my opinion, like, it's a likable movie, in my opinion, but I wouldn't say love it, but that's just my opinion, and everyone's entitled to their own opinion. But, hey, I might see it again on a second time on the big screen, but, hey, this is just my overall thoughts and review, and definitely kind of sort of worth seeing, because, I mean, this movie was supposed to come out, well, back in 2020, but better late than never because it was delayed. But again, I mean, this movie was just, well, just all around likable, enjoyable, but again, wouldn't say love it, but I am looking forward to seeing, well, whatever's next with, well, this, with Sony just making more, well, Spider-Man villain-related movies, or just, well, whatever comes next that's connected to the MCU and all that, or a Marvel movie. But thank you all so much for watching this review and this video of mine. I really hope y'all liked it, hope y'all enjoyed it, hope y'all learned a thing or two, and if you guys want us to go see Morbius, be my guest and go see it. But just to continue on wrapping it up, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you have not subscribed already by hitting subscribe right down there, along with hitting the bell down there so that way you guys are notified whenever my next video is uploaded. But also don't forget to comment below and hit the thumbs up so I know you like this video or even love it. But also don't forget to follow me on social media, and I might follow you guys back. So make sure to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, Facebook, CosplayMino, and TikTok. Just follow me on any of these things. I just might follow you guys back, but I will see you all in my next video when you're strange. Crazy bad pun intended. I just kind of sort of want to copy, well, kind of sort of copy the second trailer. I just wanted to.